Oh, I think we all know what time it is. Say it!
Hey, what's up, my peoples? EmGo here, the freaking geek himself, and today we will be reviewing the 3-0 Transformers Rise of the Beast Deluxe Optimus Prime. So here we are, and there he is, and first and foremost, as always, we'll take a quick look at the packaging. Right up front here, we have a lovely image there of a Prime. Optimus Prime, Transformers Rise of the Beast Transformers. On this side of the box we have Optimus Prime. On this side we have Optimus Prime. Up top we have, hey look, Optimus Prime. On the bottom, words, things, stuff. On the back of the box you have some obligatory product shots of this and that and this and the other. And we can open up the front flap here and get some more nice imagery of Prime. And of course here is where the figure lies within the tray. Optimus Prime, in case you forgot, his name is Optimus Prime, and that is basically it for the packaging. And moving right along, here we have Rise of the Beast Optimus Prime from 3-0. And first off, I just want to say a big thank you to the good people at 3-0 for sending this my way to take a look at. Thank you so much. But yeah, here we have the big Prime, the Prime Man, the prime time of the primeness. Here he is in all of his glory. But let's get in close here so we can take a look, not at that Prime crotch, but at that Prime noggin. Eyes up here. There's the Prime noggin, but you can see a very nicely done head sculpt here. Now, one thing I will critique here are his eyes. Now, the eyes do light up on this figure. Now, on the Bumblebee, on the Deluxe Bumblebee Prime that 3-0 put out, the eyes lit up, but when they weren't lit up, they were still done in a nice bright blue so that you could still see his eyes, even when they weren't lit up. And in this one, you can see, like, you kind of get the dead eyes when the eyes aren't lit up. So that's unfortunate, but oh well. But you can still see some wonderful detailing going on there. Some wonderful paintwork, as 3-0 does. We know what they do. You see all this lovely gunmetal gray going on in there. Lots of detailing. You can see there's some weathering here as well, just making him look kind of dingy and dirty, like he's been through some scraps. Just nice Autobot symbols there again. Everything just nice and weathered. You can see all that detail there behind his chest pecs, his window pecs there. It looks really good. Again, tons of detail. And again, you got that weathering going on. This looks really good. Another Autobot symbol right there, front and center. Moving down his legs. As you can see, you know, it's basically sticking to the Bumblebee Prime design, but they did some redesigns, but kind of kept the essence of the Bumblebee movie Prime design there. And you can see his big old feet. Again, lots of detailing there. Big old feet there. And you can see even the bottoms of his feet have some nice detailing as well. You can see these big old tires here. They are rubber. They do also spin. And you can see just all the dirt and grime there in the treads and everything. And moving up the back, again, lots of detailing there. Even his butt is weathered. He didn't wipe properly. You know, it happens. It happens. Sometimes you just don't have the time. But anyway, all this detailing back here looks fantastic. Just an overall gorgeous looking figure here. Now, as far as articulation goes, what have we got? We got a lot. The head is on a ball joint, so you can get some good wiggly waggly. The base of the neck itself is also on a ball joint as well, so you have all that movement in there. You can look up, do a total squirrel. You can look down. Head can't rotate. It can't do a full 360 because stuff does get in the way, but I mean, it turns as much as a head really needs to turn, honestly. You can get some kind of side movement. Huh? What's going on there? What? You know, you can get all that going on. The arms can rotate, can do a full 360. It can move in and out. The shoulder pads will move out of the way as long as this section, as well as this section here with the smokestack. So you can get that outward range of movement. And you also get that joint here, which allows the shoulders to move forward. You get bicep rotation. You have a double jointed elbow, although it doesn't amount to a full bend, just because of this little bit right here. This little bit right here gets in the way, unfortunately. It would have been nice if they put this on a hinge so it kind of move out of the way. But still, you get a good amount of elbow bend. The wrists are on the ball joints. You got rotation, wiggly wagglers. Also a hinge that allows the hands to move in and out should you need it. This little piece here also moves in and out. That's for something else, but it's a part that moves if you need it to move. The upper torso can rotate. You also get some crunchage in there as well. You get all kinds of ab crunch going on. And as always, I love this little engineering trick. When you engage that ab crunch, you can see how it just reveals more of that spine. And that's just such a simple little engineering trick, but it works so well and it looks amazing. Now you do have full waist rotation here, actual waist rotation. So you get your movement there. Moving on down the body, we can move these skirt panels out of the way. This you can just kind of shift up. You can see it's on a double ball joint here, so you can shift that up. And this is on a double hinge as well, so you can just kind of get that up and out of the way. So the legs can move forward about that far, but you do have a secondary joint in here, so you can actually bring the entire hip down, and then you can get that extra range, get them up doing the big boot. You can bring it back, get about that far outward. You can do the full splits and a little extra. You do have some thigh rotation in there, not a lot just due to the shape of everything here. You don't get too much thigh rotation. You do have a double jointed knee, and as always, I'm impressed by how they engineer all this to have all these little bits just kind of move in tandem. And you can see all that extra detail that gets revealed as you're opening all this up, and that's really cool, really cool. I love the way they do that. And as far as the feet goes, they can rotate, they can move up, they can't really move down. You do get ankle tiltage, good amount of ankle tiltage. You can move this little section out of the way, move it up, and you get a toe joint. Now, as far as accessories go, you do get quite a few accessories. You get the display base, which is the same display base they include with all of their deluxe figures. You can see the Transformers Rise of the Beast logo, done in blue, as well as the 3-0 logo. And how this works is the way it works with all of them. You just remove this little section out of his butt. You plug the base into his butt, and voila, there you have your base of displayage engaged. You do also get a plethora of weapons. You get 2 swords here. And we'll get in close here so we can take a look at the details. You can see done in a lovely gunmetal gray. The blade done in silver. It was done in that transparent plastic and then the silver painted over it, but looks great. You got some hints of color in there as well. Some nice detailing going on there. And as you can see, you even get that weathering pass here on the blade. That looks great. I'll show off how he holds these in a little bit, but you get 2 of those. You also get 2 axes. One, energied up, and one not energied up, but they are the same mold. But take a look here again. Some nice detail going on. You can see that weathering there in the blade. Really nicely done axe here. You can see this one has the little transparent orange blade. So it looks powered up. So yeah, very nice set of axes. And you do also get his hand cannons here. And they are big and beefy and big and beefy. Again, you can see just how much detail and paintwork is going on in there. Looks fantastic. The section here can spin, because why not? Spinning is cool. But you can just see how good that looks. Now, these do have a light up feature. To get to the battery compartment, you have to undo this screw here, so you can pop this little cap off. That will allow you to undo this section here, pull this section out, and there's another screw in here that you have to undo to get to the battery compartment. And it takes 2 LR44 batteries, so you'll need 4 in total if you want to light both of these up. And the way to turn these on is to just push in on the barrel. And you can see you get a nice orange glow that goes on in there. And if you push it again, you get this little like pulsating effect going on in there. That's really cool. Really, really cool. And then push it again, and that's how you turn it off. So that's really awesome. So you get those as well. You do also get nugget options. You get his mouth, plateless mouth there. And I'll show off how you swap that in a little bit. But we get his mouth, because, you know, he needs a mouth. And we do also get some optional hands. Now, the ones that come standard are the closed fists, but you do also get a pair of axe-holding hands. You get a pair of just relaxed, open hands. And again, same amount of detail going on there. They look great. You get a pair of the splayed open hands, or as I call them, the no hands, or jazz hands, whatever you want to call them. And of course, what is a prime without the heroic point? Because he has to be able to heroically point at things. Point! He has to do it. And you also get an extra hand for Bumblebee. If you want Bumblebee to hold an axe, you get a hand for Bee to hold said axe. Now, as far as weapon wielding goes, we'll start off with the swords. Now, you can have him holding them in his hands. You're not supposed to. I mean, they'll sit in there. They're not going to hold securely, but if you just want to display him holding the swords, you can totally do so. But what you're really supposed to do is you just take this little section here, bring it out, and there's a slot in there. And the sword will just plug right in. If I can get things lined up. There we go. Like that. We'll plug in the other side, just because, why not? Dare I say, why not? And there you go. He's got his two big old swords, and that looks really cool. Now, as far as the cannon goes, to install these, we do need to pop off his hand. And you're just going to plug this on. Now, there is a tab right here that'll go into that same slot the sword went into. So you just have to get everything lined up and just get that plugged in. It takes a bit of doing because you do have to kind of get things lined up. It's doable. It's just not easy because you have to get that ball to go into this socket as well. So you're having to kind of line up a couple things here, and it can be a little bit of an ordeal. There it is. That's not easy to do. I wish that was a bit easier to get on there, but there you go. There he is with his big old hand cannon, and of course you can light it up, and that looks awesome. Got that pulsating effect going. That's really cool. Again, things you can do if you want to do it. And him and Bumblebee can chill with their axes and be axe buddies, you know, like BFFs do. And lastly, we have some noggin features here. Now his eyes do light up, and to access the battery compartment, you just pop off the top of his head, and it will take 2 LR44s, which are not included. You'll have to get those yourself. You can get those batteries cheap on Amazon, or wherever you prefer to shop for your batteries. But you just push on his head crest here, and boop, his eyes will glow a nice, bright blue. And of course, we do have the optional mouth plateless mouth. And now, the easiest way to do this really is just to pop his head off. Then you kind of get under his chin and just unpeg this. And that's never not disturbing. But anyway, you take that, pop that into place, pop his head back on, and we can turn his eyes back on, and there you go. We have Prime without the mouth plates. So, there you go. So, there you have that. And now for comparison. Here he is with the Studio Series, Rise of the Beast Prime. Here he is with the YOLO Park, Rise of the Beast Prime. And here he is with the 3-0 Deluxe Bumblebee. I always feel like he should be shorter. I don't know. I'm not sure. And last but not least, here he is with the 3-0 Bumblebee movie, Optimus Prime. So you can see what they did here with the design. And again, you can see they kind of, I mean, they kind of kept this within the, you know, they kept within the spirits here of the Bumblebee movie design. You know, they just changed some things up. But I personally dig his Rise of the Beast design. I think it looks pretty good, in my opinion. But as always, to each their own. But we'll give you the turnaround there. just to see what they changed up here between the Bumblebee movie and Rise of the Beast. But overall, I like this design personally. Okay, so I just want to go off on a little tangent, so please indulge me for a minute. Now, every time I review a 3-0 figure, any Transformer that doesn't transform, I always get people in the comments that complain, boo, it doesn't transform, what's the point of a Transformer that doesn't transform, blah, blah, blah. And that's fine. As always, you are entitled to your opinion. You are allowed to feel how you feel. I am not telling you you are wrong for feeling how you feel. Again, you do you. You like what you like, you don't like what you don't, and that's perfectly fine. But at least, give credit where it's due. I mean, like, a figure like this doesn't take 5 minutes to put together. You can tell that there was love, there was dedication, there was time, there was effort put into this. You can see it in every millimeter of this figure. The team at 3-0 want to give you the most accurate representation of this character. They want to make it look like it jumped right off the screen and into your home, and it shows. I mean, it definitely shows. And you know, we do have the Studio Series version, we got the mainline version. I'm sure third-party companies are already working on transformable versions of this version of Prime. I don't doubt that. You know, we're covered. But really, this isn't the only time that a franchise, merchandise-wise, has deviated from the gimmick of the franchise. I mean, how many things have Ninja Turtles been other than ninjas? It happens a lot. It happens more often than you think. So I don't mind the company offering me a different experience. Like, hey, here's an action figure of Optimus Prime. A high-end, super detailed, super articulated action figure of Optimus Prime or Bumblebee or whoever. You know, I'm here for it. I'm a fan. Variety is the spice of life, and I refuse to live blandly. So give me those different play patterns. Give me those different experiences. I want them. It keeps it fresh. It keeps it interesting. It keeps me engaged. And again, if this isn't your thing, that's fine. It's your money, you do you. But again, at least give credit where it's due. I mean, again, you can tell they put a lot of work into these, and it looks fantastic. It looks amazing, and, you know, credit where it's due. That's all I'm saying. Credit where it's due. And I also get people every now and then who call these statues. These are not statues. Statues are static. Statues do not move. This is not a statue. If you're watching this channel, that means you're a toy collector, which means you know what an action figure is. This is an action figure. It's not a statue. Not how statues work. And no, it's not a case of it might as well be. No, it's not a statue. Not how statues work. But anyway. That's it for my ramblings. Thank you for attending my TED Talk. So there you have Optimus Prime, and as usual, 3-0 did a fantastic job with this figure. The detail, the paintwork, everything on point. You get a lot of accessories with this figure too, which I love. So you have a lot of display options here, some great articulation, good and posable. So overall, another fantastic piece in my opinion. So there you go. Now, if you would like this or any of 3-0's other offerings, you can always check out BigBadToyStore.com for availability. There'll be a link in the description down below so you can check that out. You can also check out the 3-0 playlist for any reviews you may have missed. Also linked in the description down below so you can check that out as well. And I think that's it, so don't forget to check out EmGo's, check out Love, Peace, Paranormal, follow me on Twitter, all of that good stuff down in the description below, and I think that's pretty much all there is to say. So, there is the 3-0 Transformers Rise of the Beast Deluxe Optimus Prime, and this is EmGo saying, remember, you don't stop playing because you grow old because you stop playing. Be geek, be proud, palm in your face. This cannot be! Calling all Autobots! Calling all Autobots! What the? Oh, not you! Oh, fine, let's go. I'd be more enthusiastic if you were someone I actually wanted to be around.